Curious if his teammate is still alive.
I'm excited. Case it is not.
And there you have it. The shot, Jamok.
There he go. Okay, he did get it. He did get it.
On the outside. 2 elims for this duo now.
Still with a good amount of materials. This is one of those moments where a heavy sniper can be so useful. That's when the storm is right at your back and you've got to break through a metal wall that's fully built. It's like, wow, I can take a ton of damage or I can just bust right on through. It's like the key that opens all doors as Jamok being targeted from behind, doing a good job of getting these builds going, falling on down.
Hermes and Hudson have the top down. Barman still in this. Berserk. Joda hanging out in a box down at the bottom. Looks like Jamok is rotating through the storm. He does have the very bottom. The low ground warrior at this point. Hudson and Hermes just maintaining the top. They don't have to drop down just yet. They can waterfall maybe 1 or 2 floors tops, but there's no reason to push. Just let them fight it out, take shots from above, and see if you can third party. Hudson does drop down now, gets the elim. The knock on Joda gets the follow-up, and they secure the victory royale.
Wow.
5 elims total, and it looked like, honestly, a very easy game for the two of them towards the end there.
What I just love is,
surprisingly,
I'm really surprised they're not taking the vent. It was right there.
The only thing I could think is that maybe a risk of being exposed while they're flying in, but that either way just seems kind of like a bad call there, and Aiden does punish that. Purple goes down, and Aiden picks up his first elim.
I think he's going to run for this. Yep, and this is
gotta go get it.
I actually really do like this. You hop.
Calvin all the way up top.
Oh my gosh.
Has the top down on the entire lobby at this point.
Brilliant 220. Another 110 tag, and the elimination, or the knock comes on in. Doesn't even have time to pop the slurp juice, and I can tell he's needing to. Another 209! Caden walking on through this lobby with the legendary pump shotgun. Still can't pop this slurp juice. Just needs 1 minute to breathe. There's the other elimination. Now the slurp will be popped.
On your screen there, the bottom right corner, he is knocked. Profit, there's Aiden. Sean's duo. Aiden now solo. 5 elims for this duo. 13 players and 9 teams total. He's got minis. He's got 4 stinks and only 30 medium rounds. 1 magazine.
Not a lot of material.
Of AR left.
Is this Aiden, someone with so much experience in these competitive games, tries to beam the player dropping down on him. Doesn't appear like it's going to happen, so he's got to go for the low ground play. Not many materials left. Aiden 220 to the dome, giving Caden a taste of his own medicine, and now he's got the materials he needs to have a chance to win this game. 8 players left. Only a couple duos still alive in this one. Aiden going to build it a little bit further. Campfire down. Mini being popped. You see these ballers busting through a couple of these walls. Aiden will drop all the way to the low ground, and this is when it gets real frantic. One nearby. Aiden with the pump, but it's not enough. Lil Ghost cuts him down.
Melty is all the way up top. 1 elim for that duo, but both players are alive. 39 builds, and that gray SMG spraying from above. He feels like he's got enough ammo to try and make an impact, and he's going to keep on peeking. He is looking for the top down from all the way in the sky. There's no reason to necessarily get too aggressive. He's going to get in a better position, and he does secure the elim, beaming from above. Doesn't matter what rarity it is, Jack, that gray SMG still gets work done.
It definitely does from that close range, especially when you have the accuracy that these players do. The whole world looking to get the elimination. Gets it in time!
Little forcing players to engage and branch their way in instead of just fly in, get the free rotation. But at some point here, Little's going to have to make a move of his own, and here we go. The launch pad goes down. His teammate, Andrew, rotates as well.
There's a zip line going through on the left side. Okay, so I think it's going to go a little bit east of the vent that's up here, so probably won't come into play.
It's close enough, potentially, on the next rotation that if you have enough HP, even if it's in the zone, you could push out, take 1, 2, 3 ticks, maybe, but still get the vent off. Some stinks. He's applying pressure for the zoning. Looking for anybody bombing in at this point. Any damage that he can do may be another elim. You gotta watch your back just in case.
Yep. Maximum ammo. This could be deadly if they're just able to secure a footing, and it looks like they're gonna target the high ground right now. Rockets on the way in, a knock onto Sasaki, and now the build for the high ground. This is what the playground build battles are all about, folks. Riversun, that's the power of the rocket-propelled grenade. Now with the high ground, the elim as well, and still 12 more rockets to rain down from above.
24 players.
Oh no, Riversun!
Drop down. A little bit of fall damage there. He's building up, trying to establish the high ground again, but it looks like he got caught off guard, editing his way up. Even just one puts him in a better spot. There's a player.
Stop!
Pop and aim. Savior goes down. Riversun still in it. Gets knocked as another duo rolls into the same box, but he made it from the outside, fighting against the storm the entire time.
And now he's persecuting the teammate, trying to come back on in. They do at least finish that other elimination. Sealmat now realizing it seems like his fate with this zone right here, gonna have to break on through so many metal structures. This is why metal on the low ground is just so scary. Modi with the onto Andrew. Andrew finally goes down. Remember, he was the one that hit that crazy flying pump shot earlier. There's the RPG.
Snuck it through the wall.
On to Jay Lee, the quick edit on into the box, and it looks like that elimination was traded on the low ground.
I don't think he realized that he had the pyramid over the opponent, edited the side open, and basically exposed him to a pump shot.
Now at this point, players on the high ground just looking to keep developing that side. Wheels continue to see him light up the elimination feed as there's another one on the kicks. Wheels, the low ground warrior at the moment, 5 players remaining, 3 teams in total. Moni and Tig on the high ground, Prodigy and McKean on the mid ground, and Wheels all by himself on the low ground.
That's the shot. Tig does go down. Joe Quinn gets the knock. 120-ish, 110 HP, 120 HP remaining there. Moni has the top down. 5 players, but 1 knocked. 3 duos remaining. There's 3 teams, 1 duo remaining. Moni's going to try and establish high ground.
He's trying to just block him in his zone.
Anything you do, just wall him off. He might not have the heals for it. He's got 15 bandages. Joe Quinn does have the top down, though, but it doesn't matter as Moni catches the victory royale. 6 eliminations, 7 for the duo.
Hasn't really spotted anything as of yet. Oh, all the way in the top left of your screen, actually. FaZe High Sky in this game. One of the younger players out there. Remember, 13 and up can participate. And Bloom sent it as well there with the elimination.
All the way down here at the bottom in the water, you've got a baller jack. You have probably a loadout that's pretty hefty, at least a legendary pump shotgun. Caden goes down. We watched him earlier run through an entire league of players with a pump.
Yeah, to be honest, Appa is playing extremely confident for the position that he's currently in. Has a ton of mats and that shot right there with the pump.
Good reason to play confident if he's hitting shots like that. From CLG is in this game as well. Destroyer, a ton of names that we've seen plenty of times at previous events. All these players still battling it out. 29 players left, 19 duos, 18 duos, which means that when 3 more go down, that's placement points for everybody that's left. Destroying his way through the field. Destroyer up top. Pushing forward. Appa Whip's still alive as well. 20 players, 19 players, 15 duos remaining though, so everybody that's in here is picking up points. Skadoosh gets knocked by Landon. Cortex still in it as well. This little duo.
Oh, High Sky just went down to Fartman 231 283 113.
Because all the numbers before that were already taken.
That's a popular name.
All the way up top. Sofa, Vicaros, Dorton, tons of names we've seen. Juki goes down to the bottom left corner, way outside the zone. An empty baller rolling up top. 11 players, 9 teams though. Gator knocks Destroyer with fall damage. Low ground warrior Landon, his teammate Cortex still in here as well. The SMG spray, and he does get Fartman 231 and all the other numbers. No builds though.
Does have minis, doesn't need to use them right now at 148 total HP.
They're the only duo left in here though. Gator caught off guard and maybe some builds in there. A little bit of pickup.
7 total walls.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What a tough spot. Rift at the top of the map, way above. If that structure gets knocked down and he doesn't have a redeploy or a rift, he is in a tough spot.
Well, thankfully there's like a layer above with Noipi. Yeah, so now he can kind of follow Noipi's builds, which I think is exactly what he's going to do, because Noipi was his greatest threat. This is brilliantly done by Rift. Noticing that all 3 players are on the low ground will make it so that fall damage can no longer cost his game. See on the right side of your screen, the duo try to spray on up. Rift panic building, still with 52 builds remaining, continuing to just stretch on out. Doesn't have the health advantage though, and it's going to come down to a moment where he's just got to go for it. I think that's the moment right now. No builds for the duo. Shots coming on in. There's one quick knock, turns around. Doesn't have the time to get the final shot though, as Cortex secures the victory and drops the emote at the end. But he's the target of at least 1 duo right now. Still has 5 minis, but definitely not safe to go ahead and pop those right now. Looks like now he decides, okay, I'm good to pop them. 1 comes in, plus the 50 for that knock he had earlier on. 13 players in total. Aiden, again, all by himself, as Sean was cut down earlier by Prime. And he's all the way on this low ground, completely unscathed. Turns and beams Voice down to no shields. Voice now having to get aggressive. I mean, Aiden, all things considered, in a lobby of basically all duos left, up to about a minute ago, Aiden could make this happen.
Voice and Vibes have 10 elims between the two of them. Domo goes down on the feed there. Foursquare claiming
Still going.
another victim.
And that's
Campfire
Aiden.
gets beamed out immediately.
Not giving him a chance to heal.
8 players, 6 duos total. One more means everybody that's left is the top 5. Drops the launch, but it gets blocked, but it doesn't matter. Voice says that, you blocked my launch pad. Picks up both there, 7 elims now.
And
there's a knock
mats.
behind him.
Look at the mats, look at the mats. See, this build is perfect. That was a flawless build. Doesn't actually get to pop the minis, but either way, 2 more limbs already earned. Aiden finally goes down. Jammies and Tristan up top. Voice in the middle. Hokage down low. Everyone now dropping on in. The battle getting up close and personal. Rockets getting spammed on down. The tree now gone. You see Voice with the elimination onto Tristan. Sogies with the elimination onto Voice. And now it's a 1 versus 1. Jammies versus Sogies.
Jammies is sitting on.
Is that a launch pad of the high ground?
Flying in the air.
No,
He's
I
outside
think
the
he's
storm,
gonna get
trying to beam his way in. And at that point, Jamie says,
No.
I don't care about the storm. Pushes right out, secures that 9th elim and the victory royale. And he's the bunny rabbit.
GG. And now it's a bunny rabbit floating on home. 2 more matches to cover tonight, guys, for you all. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage.
Solo on
my
his own
goodness.
here.
I was wondering, I was like, maybe there's a chance he could pop a med kit because of how far he got. Like, that's what I'm saying.
He's got the entire rotation.
I was wondering if he was going to try to go for it because of how far ahead he was in the zone, but I think he realizes there's just really not enough time. Now top 5, more points earned. Jumping into that box. 1 pump, 2 pump. Top 3. Riverson puts this team at 6 limbs and hits the rift. He's going to dive straight back down. Wheels' absolute one shot. Who will Jay Lee target? Looks like is that a team up top? That is a team up top.
The only duo left.
The only duo left, which was the saving grace for Wheels, but Jay Lee does take some fall damage. Riverson not with the most HP, does have the ultimate low ground now, though. 2 players dropping on in. It's Wheels just above. 1 versus 2. Riverson, he's in the same box. There's no way he's going to win this, right? There's no way he's going to win this, right? Riverson for the 1 versus 2. Wheels just below. Couldn't be weaker. The shot, oh my goodness! Riverson and Persecute from a 0-point game to an 18-point victory royale. So you see, look at that. That was already 13 builds. That's already, over 10% gone.
I missed the build there on the way down. Looks like he might have tried to jump down.
Already almost half the build's gone. And what they've barely done anything on this rotation,
I'm gonna blame you for mentioning to not waste the builds, Jack, because he immediately went ahead and wasted some builds. But he is pushing forward, branching as he goes, blocking above, beside, and below, so they have somewhere to move. Not double layering above until he's ready to stay.
It's going right back, Ben. Look,
oh my God.
It's going right
back to almost the exact same spot, which means they already have tunnels built up. Power in the feed picks up another elim. He's still in it.
Jeez.
Parallel
19
Bruce
teams.
gets one.
About to enter the top 10 in these duos. Who will secure those extra placement points? There's a beautiful pump shot.
Joaquin getting his 3rd. Bruce picking up another elim in the feed. They see a little bit of damage on that baller in rotation. Joaquin and Prodigy both still alive. 15 players, 12 duos total. Moni and Tig, if you remember, Moni rotated the outside not moments ago. Now he and his teammate Tig have the top down on everybody.
I think Power just got another elimination on a Bogan. I just watched him drop down with a shotgun. I think that team's now like 13 or 14 eliminations. Prodigy and Joaquin. Prodigy popping what appears to be bandages to get that health up as much as possible. Stink grenades coming on into play now. The next duo who drops will unfortunately not earn those extra placement points for getting top 10.
Speaking of drops, looks like Joaquin picks up another elim, drops a player's floor out from under him, not able to catch themselves, picks that up. The Stink going to try and zone that player out of their box. There's another one right in front. Surprised Joaquin didn't go for the shotty shot on rotation of the player at the very bottom. Didn't have an opportunity to take it yet. Prodigy, his teammate, still alive. They don't realize Dade is so low.
Yep.
A butterfly flaps its wings and he goes down.
Yeah, I typically say if someone sneezes on him, he'd be dead. But top 10 for the players now. One of the few remaining duos is Joaquin and Prodigy on our screen, playing the kind of mid-ground right now. Oh my gosh!
There's that butterfly.
That is one smelly stink right there. As Tig dropping down, Moni still in this. Trev alive as well. It does appear that Power did go down earlier on. Tig just continue to follow these builds down. Someone trying to ramp up to the high ground. That's Power challenging. Tig now by himself up top in a 1 versus 1. There goes Power though. Tig, that's a game-saving play right there, Lupo.
Absolutely. The Storm may have Tig to take that, but Tig looks like he did get credit for it. A little bit of a heal there from the Siphon. We have 4 players left. It's a 2v2 situation. Moni and Tig versus Joaquin and Prodigy. We've watched both these teams. Prodigy gets knocked. It's a 1v2. Joaquin, it's all on him. 6 elims, he can't make it. Tig and Moni from above.
And at the top it is Cloud and Kaizui Lupo. Familiar names here. Some good players. And there's only 1 spot here? That's not fair.
Which is insane to think, too. But, I mean, we mentioned the names. We had an opportunity to talk about them, Zeke and I and Jack and I, multiple times. Cloud and Kaizui, both just excellent players.
Yeah.
Wonderful awareness, as it shows. You mentioned a little bit ago, we were talking about pub farming, the early game elim kind of buffer. Definitely not the case here. As you can see, 3 Victory Royales, 51 elims, which isn't even close to the most on the board right now. But the most points by a solid, 4 points at this point. If you look at the rest of the board, 91 to 98, only a 7-point spread from 2nd to 10th, and a lot of those are like 96 and 95, 94, right in the same range. Having 102, that's a big statement. They are far and away, so far from today for NA West,